Hey everybody, just got back from the late night showing of Godzilla. Um, it's 2 minutes past two here in the UK. Well, 2 minutes past two in the early hours of the morning here in the UK. Just want to address some criticisms that a lot of reviewers made about Godzilla. The main one being that you don't really see that much of Godzilla in the film, and that you only see 18 minutes of him. Well, that's bullshit, really. I liken this movie to Jaws in the way they portrayed Godzilla, in that you only get teased about what it looks like and the actual fight at the end of the movie. And they build it up to this one epic fight at the end, which is what it's all about. You don't want to be showing your main fight within the first 10 minutes of the film, and then it just lose momentum and you're just seeing two monsters fighting all the time. That will just get boring. They've done it. They did it in a really good way. Now, I'm going to liken this to the 1998 Godzilla for the minute. If you remember, the Godzilla in that movie was basically an oversized T-Rex. This Godzilla is fucking huge. I mean, huge. If you remember, in the 1998 version, they killed Godzilla by trapping him in the Brooklyn Bridge, and then jets came out and they shot missiles at him and killed him. This Godzilla would basically eat Brooklyn Bridge and shit it out. He's that massive. And this is what really made me laugh. When you first see Godzilla and he makes landfall in Hawaii, the soldiers are just like shooting at him relentlessly with their machine guns. And you just see the look in their faces. They just give up because they realise that it's having absolutely no effect. It's like shooting an elephant with a cap gun, really. And they just they just hold the guns up and think, yeah, this is pointless. The main human characters, Bryan Cranston, fantastic performance, brilliant. Shame they killed him off early on in the film. He could have added so much more to this film. The guy who was Kick-Ass, I don't remember his name right now. He was good. He was really good. I've seen a lot of criticisms about that guy too. There was this one point in the film where his character had been beaten shitless. He'd been through hell, buildings collapsing all around him, rubble, and he was bloody faced. Godzilla's been beat shitless by the Mutos, and he's like, and there's this one scene where they meet, and Godzilla kind of is on the floor, and the guy who plays Kick-Ass looks up at him, and their eyes meet, and you see that connection. You know what they're both thinking. You're thinking, you've had a bad day too, so have I. And that was just epic for me, because it made that human connection with Godzilla. The Mutos, brilliant. They were okay. They did the best with what they had, because they couldn't get any of the rights for the main Toho monsters. Hopefully, the sequel, they may be able to get the rights for some of the more familiar faces that we see in Godzilla. But the Mutos were okay, they were fine. That they were the main antagonists, and the fight scene at the end is epic. I've got to admit, and when the big thing for me was, will Godzilla have his atomic breath? And I can confirm, yes, he does. And the way they do it, it sent shivers down my spine. It really did. And I'm not even a die-hard Godzilla fan. I like monster movies, and I've seen most of the Godzilla films. But the way they did it was just epic. You just see the silhouette of Godzilla in the mist, and then you slowly see his spines slowly start to light up blue. And then he just lets out this rip of atomic breath and blasts the Muto with it. It's a huge improvement on the 1998 version. In fact, I don't even think the 1998 Godzilla deserves that name. It's an okay monster flick, but it didn't deserve the name Godzilla. I think that's about it. I think I've about covered everything. If I think of anything else, I'll make this part 1, and I'll do a part 2 tomorrow when I've had a sleep and I'm a bit more coherent. So I'm going to end this right now. This is Sci-Fi Guy 100 signing off.